Good evening and welcome to the hour dedicated to talking about all things strange, weird, and paranormal. You're listening to Strange Talk, broadcasting on 1660 AM in Northside, 91.7 FM HD2 WVXU in Cincinnati. We're also streaming at radioartifact.com around the entire planet Earth. The intro track to this episode and most of our episodes is the Strange Talk intro by Star Silk. I'm your host, Alyx.
Hi, I'm Ginelle.
Yeah. We're back. Alyx and Ginelle are back with weird news.
Yes. Breaking weird news.
Yeah. Would you like to kick off our weird news? We decided on this one we're going to start with our more spooky ones and then descend into chaos.
Yes, Start with the heavy, end with the light.
Yeah.
So
light as a feather, stiff as a board, something like that.
Yeah. Except for mine starting out with stiff as a board, because mine's about a lady that was found alive after she was, sent to a Buddhist temple for cremation.
Ooh, glad they caught that in time.
Yes. So this actually happened to a woman in Thailand. She was found alive in her coffin at a Buddhist temple and was saved from organ donation and cremation. Ooh. Only because, by the way, her brother did not have the death certificate yet.
Oh no!
Yeah. So I mean, it could have got bad real quick.
They needed. I'm gonna guess what happened is they were getting ready to harvest the organs, and then they were like, "Oh, we need the death certificate to do this.
We don't have it."
And he was like, "Oh, I don't have that." And they were like, "Oh, we gotta go fix that." And then they went to go get it, and they were like, "Oh, you're awake. What are you doing?"
Right. So, unfortunately, I'm terrible with pronunciations, but this happened in a province just outside of Bangkok at a Buddhist temple, as we had mentioned. There was a video posted. Now, I have not watched the video, but it was something where she is lying in a white coffin in the back of a pickup truck, which I'm assuming that's her brother taking her to be dropped off.
Uh-huh.
But things are done a little differently there than they would here. And it shows that she was slightly moving her arms and head.
Oh.
So the temple's kind of general and financial affairs manager was the one that sort of did the interview and said yeah, her brother, she's a 65-year-old woman. Brother drove her to us to be cremated, and he heard a faint knocking from inside the coffin.
Oh no.
He's like, I was a bit surprised. So I asked them to open the coffin and everyone was startled. She was opening her eyes slightly and knocking on the side of the coffin. So they were like, she must have been knocking for some time, is what they think was potentially happening. Her brother had this journey to get this whole thing going was pretty crazy. It sounds like her brother was her caregiver, and she's been bedridden for 2 years.
Yeah.
And she all of a sudden became unresponsive and stopped breathing for 2 days. So he's like, she must have passed on. It's been time. She's passed on.
So it's almost she had a little coma or something. And so they thought she was gone.
Exactly.
And she wakes up and just starts knocking on the coffin like, hey, wait, no.
Hold on. I don't know why I'm in here. He took a 300-mile journey to a hospital in Bangkok where she had expressed to have her organs donated. And the hospital wouldn't accept her body because he did not have the death certificate.
So it is when they went to go get the organs. They were like, hold up, we need the death certificate.
Right. And when he went to have her cremated, they also were like, no, we need to have the official death certificate, like for us to do the cremation. And this was like, while he was explaining they needed the death certificate, he heard the knocking.
Oh my gosh.
So guy pulls up. He's like, sir, we can't take this for cremation. We still need a death certificate. He's like, why do I hear knocking?
Okay, and, this is like, I don't think this is the case at all, but this, like, the way that this is described, it so sets it up like this guy was just trying to get rid of her. But then he didn't have the death certificate. And so he was like, oh no, oops, it was an accident. Like, I don't think that's what happened here, but the way this is laid out sounds like that.
It for sure is. I can see it being a dark comedy.
Oh yeah.
About,
this
like,
would be
brother,
a great movie.
Like taking care of his sister, and he's like, oh, she's passed on, and like a bunch of like just goofy things happen, but then like
this is like a Weekend at Bernie's follow-up.
Exactly. But yeah, so the temple staff like assessed her, sent her to a hospital for treatment, and the abbot said the temple would cover her medical expenses.
Well, so that's nice.
That's where we currently are.
Yeah. Goodness.
Yeah. Apparently also, so that happened like August of this year. And last year in June, they said a Nebraska woman was actually declared dead at her nursing home and then was breathing like 2 hours later. So,
oh wow.
I don't know what's going on, but it seems like, yeah, just the body stops for a while. Now, her supposedly not breathing for 2 days is crazy.
That is very wild. But they must have been like, it must have been such shallow breaths that they like couldn't hear it or something.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it must have just been so shallow, and then like you don't see like chest movement, or like you probably didn't really like feel,
yeah,
like any sort of like exhale. I'm a little surprised the hospital didn't confirm she had actually passed. Like I guess
have
the death
they
certificate.
Already did, due diligence by being like, yeah, we can't take that without the death certificate. Like we need somebody to, declare this before we can do anything.
But I guess maybe things are a little different there. But when do you think that would be a hospital?
Yeah. Well, I think
like some sort of medical professional.
I don't know how it works there. Yeah, I wonder because I know sometimes only certain people can declare time of death and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So I'm sure that's at least part of it.
Yeah. But no, there's a picture of her being loaded up in an ambulance.
Yeah.
On the article. So.
Yeah. So well, hopefully she's getting some good care, and I'm sure she's like. Thank God you did not have that death certificate.
Exactly. I do appreciate the temple stepping up as well and being like, we're just going to cover our medical expenses. So
yeah, they're probably like, this is wild. Let us help you. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Oh my gosh. For sure. So yeah.
That's a horrible way to wake up.
It truly is. And I can't imagine like you're bedridden for 2 years, quality of life is already iffy, and then you just wake up and you're like, I'm in a box that's pitch black. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So it is wild, but I think your story is more stateside.
Yeah, it's more stateside. It's wild, but not in the same way. This article is coming from Pete Thomas at For the Win, and it's about a mysterious object appearing in the sky over a California surf spot. So, for people who are into surfing, Surfline has live cameras that are positioned over the surf breaks around the world, and before dawn Thursday, one camera captured footage that appears to show mysterious objects over Ventura, California. And they apparently posted this video with, didn't see that on the forecast, which is hilarious. But yeah, the footage was visible for anybody viewing the camera's feed, and it looks like two objects. They look saucer in shape, And kind of at one point they kind of like blend together in the video. This footage was captured at 4:46 a.m. And this article was posted on December 4th, so very recent. Apparently everybody started commenting on it with theories very quickly. One of the caption on it says, "Didn't see that in the forecast." And the actual video that they posted has text over it that says, "Don't think the Surfline cams were meant to see this." Which actually, let's watch this real quick. I don't know if there's any audio on this, but oh, there is audio. It's music though. I'm gonna mute that. Oh.
Yeah, I was kind of starting to like watch it a little bit, like when you started it going
in and out, and it moves very slowly. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like. Oh, okay. This is it's getting to the part now where I think it merges into one.
I think so.
Oh, it's like multiples for a second. Oh, and the way this is moving is like not normal. It's like it's moving back and forth. That is bizarre. That is super bizarre.
So I'm curious. So like it does look like it's a little cloudy.
Yeah, it does look cloudy. So like it could be something like reflecting off of it.
Well, I do know that there is some phenomena where it's called like sprites, if you're familiar with like that term.
Yeah.
And they're similar to like lightning, but not exactly. It's like electrical discharge, and they're called sprites because they do kind of like pop up and like flicker and sort of like do a weird like little trail down.
Yeah.
Almost. So like when it gets multiple, it reminded me of that. But then leading up into it, I have no idea what that is.
My favorite is one of these comments has the alien emoji on it, and it just says, "Probably searching for our swells."
That is funny.
But we already have crowded breaks. And then someone else said they were here for the supermoon. Yeah. That is wild. There is a SpaceX facility out there, so it could be like maybe they were launching something. There's like a bunch of different things that could maybe explain that, but that is
curious. Like if anyone correlated like something going on at the same time that could be like a little bit more explained, like aerial.
Yeah, I'm sure MUFON's looking into it, but it is a cool video. And I will make sure we share that to our Instagram page and stuff like that, because it's neat. Even if it ends up just being, that is one of the weirdest, like, possible, like, UFO videos I've ever seen, honestly. I've never seen something move and then, like, be multiples like that.
Right. And it does make you wonder, is it just potentially, if it is one thing, were the two just, like, visible for a moment, and then all of a sudden it's, like, as it gets closer towards the ground or the ocean, all of a sudden it's like, oh no, we need to like make you aware of like it's this whole radius.
Yeah.
Potentially, like, curious about it.
Yeah. That's interesting.
It is. It really is.
Our next article is equally interesting, also in a different way. Maybe actually the aliens were here checking out, they're here to surf, and they're here to maybe play football, because this is from Interesting Engineering. They decided to have a record-breaking football match at 18,000 meters above Earth. And when I say football, it's soccer. Because in America, we call it soccer for some reason. Everyone else calls it football. So we need to fix that so it's less confusing. But this is wild looking, because you're like, how are they going to play above the Earth? Because they need a field. They had to suspend a field that high. Can you imagine if you kicked the ball off of that? It's gone.
Right. Yeah, like it is literally just like some of the photos. I'm trying to see like how, like what's holding it up, honestly.
It is suspended by what looks like rope. I'm assuming it's got to be like a certain grade of rope so that they don't, like launch all these people. And it looks like the players have parachutes on just in case.
You'd have to have me strapped to like 15 things.
So it doesn't look like it does not look like they are strapped to the field. They are just on the field. They just have parachutes if they fall out.
Right.
And that is wild.
There's a man jumping. No.
Yeah. So
there's no way.
This article says football has officially left the ground, literally. A team of Russian daredevils just staged a full match, 18,000 would be wild. 1,800 meters in the sky on a field dangling from a hot air balloon. So it was dangling from a hot air balloon.
I was gonna say, I just zoomed out of like some of the pictures. I was like, how is it up there? I saw an airplane go past them, and they're like doing like the smoke
I can't wait.
I was like, hold on.
I can't wait to get to the video. It says, what began as an audacious idea by Russian gymnast and extreme sports athlete Sergei Boitsov has now become a viral global spectacle and a newly validated world record. They had a full match. It was staged on a swaying platform dangling beneath a massive hot air balloon, turning a simple kickabout into one of the most dangerous sports experiments ever attempted. Oh my gosh, this is wild. I would not do this.
You couldn't even like pay me to like lay on that field up there secured in.
What would be more wild if this did not set a world record? I would have questions.
Honestly, yeah, that would have been the crazy part where they're like, listen, somebody already did it, but they got to like 1,900 meters.
Yes. So. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna watch the video. Oh my gosh. So it's got metal under it, and there's one person up there. Yeah, so it's just the two having their match. Oh my gosh, they're pushing each other. So it's them. They have a ref who has a camera as well. I did just see him throw a yellow card. Yeah, and there's airplanes going by. I'm assuming also getting footage.
I did just see a ball fly off of the edge of it.
So they did kick it off. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so that's
I'm rewatching this. Can you imagine? You're sitting in your yard and suddenly a ball comes flying off, just down.
And then you're like, where the heck did that even come from?
Oh my gosh, this is wild. I would never do this. Never.
I will say, it does make me feel a little better knowing that they are just like professionals and this is just like a thing they do. So I'm assuming.
Hopefully.
Well, I'm assuming they at least know how to use the parachutes and all that stuff.
See, that's what I was wondering. Is it's like, I hope they know how to use that.
Yeah, like you just can't get like a stranger up there, and you're like, guess what?
Yeah,
there's 2 soccer players. Good luck.
That is absolutely wild. I would never. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. I don't know. That's a cool new world record.
That is a cool new world record.
How do people come up with these records?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but that does lead into the article that I found where, speaking of world records, Guinness just turned, well, it's having its 70th anniversary.
Ooh.
Yes. Apparently, the publication, it released its first volume in August of 1955. So I didn't realize Guinness has been around for that long.
I mean,
I
guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where I don't know. I thought it's either been here since the dawn of time or it happened, a little later. But because of it being their 70th anniversary, they have unveiled 70 unclaimed records.
Ooh, okay, all right. What are some things that we could attempt?
Exactly.
Maybe not us, but somebody.
Yes. So some of these, they did break it down to where they're like, hey, these ones might be a little easier. Which I read them and I'm like, how are these not been done yet? But okay, most whoopee cushions sat on in 1 minute. Most high fives in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Most kisses in 30 seconds by a pair.
Ginelle, let's attempt it.
Let's go. I think we can do this one. Most leapfrog jumps in 1 hour by a team of 2.
Ooh, okay. We should do that one, but we should do it in Loveland.
Okay, for sure. Most seat drops on a trampoline in 1 hour.
Okay.
Most anchovies eaten in 1 minute.
I feel like nobody's attempted that one just because nobody wants to do it. Like, they're fine,
I don't think people,
but they're salty.
Yeah. Right. And then there's also most stackable potato-based crisps, eaten in 1 minute.
Okay.
Most tennis balls held in one hand.
I would not succeed at that. I have tiny hands.
Yeah. Most t-shirts put on in 30 seconds. This is individual. This is not a group thing.
It's not a group. It's not two people putting on t-shirts.
This is not a two people thing. And this was the most interesting one. Fastest time to ascend the height of Everest by bicycle.
So you don't have to go up Everest, but you have to ascend the height of Everest. It doesn't have to be on Everest in theory.
See, I think you're the first one to figure out that loophole.
Maybe.
I think you just figured out the loophole of that.
So,
I feel like people are looking at that like, I'm not riding my bike up Everest. I think you just found the loophole.
Do you remember when they were talking about building a space elevator? We could, in theory, get a stationary bike, put it on the space elevator, and just pedal that while it launches us up. And then we're ascending the height of Everest while not even really, like
doing anything.
Maybe there's a loophole here.
Besides pedaling.
Yeah.
Maybe that is how.
This is why I don't have a world record.
This is why we do not have world records.
Yet.
No.
Frogman Fest.
That is true.
We got some ideas about leapfrogging.
We do. We can do that leapfrogging thing. I think, you know what? I think we got to talk to somebody at the Frogman Fest about that and be like, listen,
actually,
you have an opportunity here.
I think Jeff is going to come on soon to talk about the festival. I was emailing with him the other day. So actually, when I talk to him, I'll be like, hey, Jeff, I've got a great idea for 2026. What if we attempt a world record there?
If you are also interested, if you go to the GuinnessWorldRecords.com website, you can take part in a quiz to see what style of record breaker you are. What? In 5 simple questions.
Wait,
so they were like, GuinnessWorldRecords.com. It is currently on their homepage, I believe, since this is their 70th year.
I want to take that.
And it'll give you some records that you might be able to actually break. Yeah.
I'm doing it while we're here. Oh, it's only 5 questions.
Yeah.
It takes 30 seconds. Hey, let's take this real quick. All right, let's see what we got. Right. First question I got is, when facing a tough challenge, how do you tackle it? Let's see.
None of these are really what I would do.
I think I'm going with thinking outside the box, since I was immediately like, you don't actually have to go up Everest.
I think that is definitely, you're like, so it's just the height, right?
Yeah, it's the height.
Wow.
Second question here is, which of these activities sounds like you at your record-breaking best? It's definitely not long distance or endurance race for me. I'm not. Speed knitting?
I feel like I think I understand what that one's implying. Building something intricate against the clock. Like, if you give me a Lego set and you're like, you got to get it done in this amount of time.
Yeah, all right.
I think that's what it's implying.
I'm gonna go with memorizing, because I think that's what I got there. The third question is, in any groups you're part of, which role has your name written all over it?
This one's hard.
This one is a tough one. I'm a little bit of all these. I'm gonna go with the motivator.
It depends on kind of like who you're paired with.
Exactly.
Too, it's like you kind of fill in maybe where you need to.
That is exactly. That's why I'm going with the motivator, because usually I'm like, all right, we're just gonna handle this. We're gonna get it done. Like, it's gonna be fine.
For sure.
Question number 4 is, can you tell us which type of challenge you would most enjoy? Still, again, definitely not endurance. I am not good.
I don't think the stunt one is for us either, just based on our responses to the
speed test could be fun,
soccer.
But I think crafting is my answer on this one. Mm-hmm. I'd make the Mona Lisa look like a doodle. That is bold words. Also, the picture next to this one has somebody with roller skates on that are high heels, which is wild. I have never seen that before.
Yeah.
And then the 5th and final question is, lastly, how do you personally define success? And our options are pushing yourself so far you high-five your limits on the way past, leaving the competition in the dust, mastering a skill so well you make the experts look like amateurs, or creating something so unique even your family can't say it's been done before. I'm torn between mastering or creating on here, because I love a whole plethora of hobbies. True. I would not say I'm usually a master at any of them, because I like doing so many things.
Yeah, you'd have to pick almost one to kind of like
which
become
would be
a master
hard
of in order
to
do the other one.
I'm gonna go with the other one. All right, let's see what we got here.
I went with the A because I like to push myself.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh, what is this airplane? I got, congratulations, you are an artistic technician. You're a rare mix of solid craftsmanship and creative sparkle. Whether performing, designing, or building, your attention to detail and expressive edge bring to life an exciting and beautiful contradiction. Shine on, you crazy diamond.
What are your records below that?
The ones that is recommending for me is fastest time to ice / frost 100 cupcakes individual. Fastest time to make a loom band bracelet. Or most origami cranes made in 3 minutes. Those sound fun. I feel like those are ones that I could possibly take on. Maybe.
Okay. I don't know how I got mine.
What'd you get?
I got congratulations. You are a power performer. You're a force of nature combining explosive speed with raw strength. I'm a 5'3" lady with no
Maybe that's your skill.
Whatsoever.
Maybe it makes you stealthy.
Maybe. It says whether you're racing against the clock or powering through a physical challenge, you thrive when the pressure is on and the pace is fast.
Maybe that's what it is. It was just like, you need some pressure to make some weird stuff.
Okay, first one is furthest distance swimming in 24 hours. That is with the team.
Oh, with the team.
Plot twist. I can't swim. So maybe not that one.
Maybe this is how you learn. You're like, I'm going to get this gold.
Maybe
I'm going to get the record.
Furthest distance to bounce a coin into a cup.
Oh, I can see you doing that one.
Potentially do that.
Yeah, okay.
I can do that one. That one seems fun. Furthest standing jumps forward.
Yeah, 5'3". It's going to make that real hard.
Okay, I can click a button that says want more, and it'll give me other...
Oh, yeah, so mine also down at the bottom, as it continues, says you could be building the largest electric toothbrush or the fastest garden shed. And I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of weird stuff I would just be doing, so...
If you want to, you can also review, like, different categories.
Yeah.
So, like, there's some that are under 16 seconds.
So my category falls under passion. Oh, there's one with a friend / pet at the end. Yeah.
I know. That one's so much fun.
That's
Mine,
fun.
I think, technically falls underneath power, but I do want to look at with a pet / friend. Okay, fastest 100 m by a human wheelbarrow. Fastest 10 kilometer 3-legged mixed. They
gotta specify.
Yes. Longest duration to keep 5 balloons in the air, team of 2. Hey, we got it.
Oh,
we can do it.
What is so there's no current record?
Yeah, that's what's the longest duration to keep a balloon.
We could go for 3 seconds and we'd already have the record. I mean, we probably wouldn't keep it long, but
no, I have to make an account to get details, but okay. Most leapfrogs.
I'm not
most
very
water moved.
Most what?
Water moved. Sorry. I just can't stop laughing. Most water moved using a sponge in 1 minute by a team of 2.
Oh, that was a really ugly laugh. It really got me.
You're fine. Okay, better. Most eggs cracked in 30 seconds with 1 hand, team of 2. We got it.
Ooh.
We got it.
I could.
Do they just have to be cracked? Or
does it matter if the shell's in there? Because then I'm just like grabbing a handful and slamming that on the ground. Like, this is why I need some boundaries here, because otherwise I'm like, oh, I can do that. I'll just give me a thing of eggs. I'll dump it on the ground. They're cracked. What do you want?
Okay, so I looked at the power thing. One of them is fastest time to climb the height of Everest on stairs. I could potentially do that.
Again, if you get a Stairmaster, put it in the space elevator.
Exactly. Put it in the space elevator. Fastest distance by leapfrog jumps in 1 hour. That's the team event.
They love a leapfrog jump.
They love leapfrog. It seems like a lot of people don't leapfrog.
Okay, so how are we defining a leapfrog jump here? Does it have to be like over another person?
That's how I was picturing it.
That's how I was picturing it, but then I suddenly, let me look that up real quick.
Most drinking cans crushed with feet in 1 minute, female. And then there is a male category. If I'm doing that, I am setting up an OnlyFans, and I will make it paid content. I want reimbursement for that. If I am crushing cans with my feet, I want financial compensation.
This one's not even for the record. This one is for the content.
This one is just for content. If it breaks the record, great. I'm just saying.
You're getting paid either way.
I don't think you get paid when you make a world record. I think you just get...
Well, if you're putting on an OnlyFans in this case, you are.
Well,
I would hope.
Right. That's why I'm doing it.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah.
I'm not doing it, but like you got...
You are. You're surprised
story,
right now. We're doing it.
Right now we're doing it.
I think it'd be so fun to have a world record. Maybe we gotta practice our keeping balloons off the ground, because I loved that game as a kid.
Yeah.
I feel
most balloons blown up in 1 minute.
I would not be good. I got asthma.
Fastest time to assemble a Mr. Potato Head in under 16 seconds. Fastest time to make a pasta necklace under 16 seconds. See, I'm sure like there's parameters to all of these, but I just don't have an account.
Yeah, I'm not digging into all of it until I'm ready to go on one.
That's hilarious. Awesome. What were yours? Passion?
Passion, right? Yeah. Mine. I'm in the artistic technician category, which I feel like fits me. I'm all about doing some weird stuff.
Most cinemas visited in 1 month. Most coffee houses visited in 1 month.
Oh, that sounds
fortune
fun.
Cookies eaten. Yeah, most fortune cookies eaten in 1 minute.
I don't. How is that one passion?
I don't. If you really like fortune cookies, I guess.
Fastest time to make a burrito.
Anchovies are in this one. Most anchovies eaten in 1 minute.
Longest scream by an individual.
You got. Oh.
I do not, because I have asthma, but I want to see that one.
We'll just get you a couple puffs of an inhaler. We'll get you one of those cans of air beforehand. Yeah, and you just go.
Fastest time to build a castle in Minecraft survival mode with a mouse and keyboard. The D is cut off for some reason. Keyboard.
Mouse and keyboard.
Keyboard. That's why I was reading it, because I thought I was going to say keytar, and I was like, what? This is fun.
Fastest time to make a burrito.
Yeah.
This is great. I love all of these.
Technically, I could be done in 5 seconds if I'm just slapping some cheese in a tortilla. True. I feel like most cinemas visited in 1 month would be sick.
That's what I mean. Like, there's definitely parameters to all of these. For sure. I want to know about this leapfrog, though. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I got questions about the leapfrog. So we'll have to get some answers from, Guinness on that. My next article I feel like actually goes along really well with me getting this these weird passion ones. This is from Popular Science. A pilot turned an old plane into a 2-bedroom apartment. John Kotwicki jokes that converting an aluminum plane in Alaska is the worst idea that a person could possibly have. This article is from Laura Kinneary. One of the two. This picture looks amazing, by the way. It is a full plane. In this picture, there's snow all around, and it has the Aurora Borealis above it. And the plane does vaguely look like it's on fire, but I think that's actually from the Christmas lights behind them on a tree. But it does look very cool. I'm wondering how this plane got here, if they towed it here or how it ended up there. But let's dig into the article and maybe it'll tell us.
It looks like he just bought it.
Oh. So he was a flight instructor and former commercial airline pilot, John Kotwicki, happened upon a DC-6 air freighter for sale in 2022. He knew it was the perfect plane to transform into an overnight rental. However, once he made the purchase, my first thought, he said, was, my God, what have I done? Which is, I feel like what I say anytime I start doing anything. So I am already on this guy's side where I'm like, yeah.
Starting that leapfrog challenge.
The plane was built in 1956. It is a 117-foot wide, 108-foot long cargo plane, and it had spent its days carrying freight and fuel to remote villages in Alaska before retiring from flight. Now it sits on Kotwicki's 115-acre property in Big Lake, Alaska, as a 2-bedroom, 1-bath Airbnb unit. It's also used by students at Kotwicki's Fly 8MA flight school, which he runs on site. So I guess that explains how the plane got there. Yeah, he just apparently he just came up with this plan. There's a quote from him here that says, "I didn't start off with a ton of construction experience, so building a runway and cabins for students undergoing training was a steep learning curve for me. Still, the airplane was a totally different kind of ballgame. Suddenly I'm working inside of a metal tube that's round instead of square." Yeah, apparently he took 6 months finding the right plane to do this with.
I can imagine. 'Cause you can't have like a little dinky plane or like you need to have room.
Yeah. And apparently this type of aircraft in particular is known for its ruggedness and reliability, which is an ideal fit for Alaska's extreme and unforgiving environment.
Perfect.
Apparently people were actually offering him planes for free, but it was stuff like it had crashed on a remote island in the Aleutians.
Oh.
Yeah. So, 40 years ago and it's completely corroded. And he's like, well, that's not, yeah.
Still need some integrity to it.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So apparently they had to drive 5 hours north to a location in Fairbanks to, they spent 4 days disassembling the aircraft and loading its parts onto trailers. They had to dismantle it. He'd load his truck with a good socket set for tightening and untightening nuts and bolts, some DeWalt power tools, a generator, an air compressor to power his equipment, a plasma cutter, reciprocating saws, and grinders for slicing through metal. So it was him and his girlfriend, Stephanie Blanchard. So they basically had to fully deconstruct it and then put it back together. Mm-hmm. The plus side is you don't have to be an airplane mechanic to put it back together because you're not using it in the sky. So as long as it is it's together, you can then insulate it and make it into a livable space. He put most of it up on YouTube, apparently, his builds, because sometimes he was building in negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. It looks like he kept a lot of the windows intact, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. It does. It looks like kind of like the main sort of like where we would be seated is open for like the most part.
Yeah, he tried to keep what he could.
Yeah, like living room, dining room all seem to be there and those kinds of things. So that is very interesting.
Yeah, I feel like
it's awesome too that it's there for his students
as
well.
Like, yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Right.
And I just think that's super cool.
That is so neat.
I'm just going through all the pictures.
I'm reading a little more about it too. I'm like,
He did keep the captain and co-pilot chairs intact, along with many of the retro switches and original flight controls. I'm assuming they're not connected to anything anymore. Right. God forbid you're staying in this and somebody like knows how to turn the plane on and they just take off with you in this.
One of the students decided they're ready for a little bit of practice. Just like
I'm 100% sure he disconnected that stuff to make sure that they were not,
for sure.
Taking a joyride in his Airbnb.
Right. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I guess they also couldn't do that because then they would lose their pilot's license. But
yes. And I will say it is more roomy than what I would think it could be for like a living space. Just like looking at it, I can see what he's saying. Like when you're working more in like a tube, you're like, how do we work with the floor plan like this? And yeah, it is, and it's round in that like it's round all the way, not just like circumference wise. Mm-hmm. So
it's got a washer and dryer.
Very cool.
He reused the dome-shaped pressure bulkhead that helps maintain cabin pressure. He reused that as the headboard for the master bedroom it's a king-size bed.
Fun.
Apparently this opened up in August of 2022 and people loved it immediately. I think this is so cool. I think planes are really neat and I would love to stay there. I have no idea when I would ever go to Alaska for any reason, but if I can stay in a plane, I'm in.
You might do it. I go for it.
They also, apparently his flight school there offers scenic flight tours amid the region's glacier-filled mountain surrounds. I think that'd be really cool. We can go see the Aurora Borealis, chill in this plane. It has a little deck on one of the wings.
Mm-hmm. I just saw that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Apparently he has plans to turn a fourth plane into a motorhome to drive around the lower 48. The idea is basically to get an old bus or motorhome and pull the body off of it, then to basically drop the airplane on top of the engine transmission cases.
I was like, hold on. How is that gonna work?
And then connect the controls to the cockpit so I can drive it down the highway from there. So he's going to use the original cockpit. That's amazing.
I feel like somebody's going to be like, sir,
you can't drive a plane on the highway.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is amazing. I want to go.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Oh
my goodness gracious.
I think your next article, instead of the skies, goes
We're going underground.
Underground, yeah.
Yes. We're going to the sewers of Florida,
where we might belong more.
We might. But no, they a working crew out of Florida had like a little bit of a surprise when they came across a 5-foot alligator residing in one of the pipelines.
So all those stories of, alligators in the sewer are real.
They're real. They're not in New York City. They're in Florida.
That checks out, honestly.
There might be some in New York, but yeah.
Yeah. Especially it's a 5-footer they found too. So that's great.
Yeah. 5-footer.
Or I mean, that's terrifying, but
it is. It's basically one of me. Yeah, it was in like a stormwater pipe. They dispatched some like robot equipment with like a little camera.
Yeah, I wouldn't go in there either for multiple reasons. One, the sewage. Right. Two, the alligator.
Yeah. So like what ended up happening was it sounds like they were trying to look into why there were like all these kind of like craters that kept appearing on like the roadway above. And so they're like, well, we of course got to go like inspect this pipe. And while they're going down there looking at it, they came across the alligator. He's just like chilling.
Oh my gosh, this picture that they first found of him is amazing.
Yeah,
it is like
just
it's not quite night vision. It's like everything's just brown, and it's the light from this thing is just shining up at this gator, who just is kind of like, "What are you doing in my house?
Why are you guys here? I was sleeping."
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was pretty great. And there is some like I think they have like a whole video footage like of it like eventually getting up and kind of like turning back down the sewer.
Oh my gosh. Leave him alone. That's his house.
Yeah. Well, and I understand what they're saying too. Like they're going through this whole sewer line and it's usually like you said pitch black, and then all of a sudden their eyes like reflect light, so they just see two little glowing eyes and they're like, what the hell is that?
Newest cryptid is just a gator in the sewers.
Yeah, so he just started wandering down the sewer. They kept following him.
Oh,
they followed
leave him
him.
alone.
So they were like, where is
leave
he going?
Al alone.
Yeah,
they are calling him Al. Apparently,
they are calling him Al. So he just kept going, and what ended up happening was the reason they couldn't go any further was the robot got stuck.
You mean he took it out?
Yes, potentially. He did a little thing.
The caption under this photo says the light at the end of the tunnel happened to be an alligator, which is great.
Yes. People aren't like concerned, but I guess they are mildly concerned because they're trying to figure out how he got in. Because this whole system that he's under is under a city, and it's like 75 miles of like underground piping. So they don't know how Al got in. So they're not sure about that.
I mean, that's a great question.
There is apparently some like what they call stormwater ponds. That's used to prevent flooding during storms. I think he maybe could have got in through like one of those.
Yeah.
But wow. Yeah, he's a little alligator.
I like the line in this article that this is a quote from the officials that said, "Thank goodness our crews have a robot," wrote officials, who didn't specify if this particular specimen was under the influence of meth. What?
No.
How? Oh, this is linking to an article that says Tennessee police advised public over threat of meth gators from 2019. So apparently that's an issue that's happened before in Tennessee.
I think what was happening is, and I could be completely wrong, is like there have been some drug smuggling things that have happened where
they're using gators?
They will give the gator or some form of an animal the stuff to swallow, and then it travels. Yeah. That's
leave the gators alone, guys.
I don't think this is a cocaine bear situation. I think it's
hope not
using it for drug smuggling.
I hope not. Let him live his best life in the sewers.
Yes. I do love the very last image of the article because that was when they first saw him.
Oh yeah,
and all you see are his little eyes, and he's just like, bing.
I also like that they circled it as if you couldn't see the glowing eyes.
Yes.
Because there appears to be 4 sets of eyes because his eyes are glowing in the water. But they circled it as if you're not going to see the 2 glowing dots at the end of this pipe.
The video is great. It's only about a minute long, and it's literally just their approach to him. And he's just chilling. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I don't know what this thing is. He gets up, he backs up, and he kind of stares at it for a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably like, leave me alone. I am busy.
Yeah, he's like, this is a weird thing. Oh, and then they got closer to him. First of all, rude.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, and then he turns around and he starts like a little sauntering off down his little tunnel, and then he keeps kind of like looking back to see if it's there. And then he moves a little quicker, and then he just like eventually he loses them.
Yeah.
He loses them in his little urban jungle.
Don't be chasing alligators with your robot. He's rude.
Yeah.
In his own home, no less.
Right. So.
That's wild.
Yeah. I do like how they're just kind of like, he's down there now.
Yeah. I mean, well, how are they going to get him out? He's 5 feet long.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Yep. And who's going to go down there to wrangle him? Who's going to go down there and get the angry gator out of the sewer?
I will say, this little pipe system that we're talking about, too, it's not, like, huge.
Yeah.
I don't think you could fit a person in there. I think it would take them actively.
I'm going to guess he was probably smaller when he got in there.
Potentially. Yeah, I think so, too. I think he was probably, like, a bit smaller, somehow got through one of those storm ponds that we're talking about.
And now he's down there.
For him to be 5 feet,
I mean, he's got to get something. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm assuming frogs or fish or turtles or something's getting in there, and
well, maybe they'll start throwing food in there for him.
Maybe.
They'll be like,
he might be coming in and out. He might be going to some of those storm ponds.
He should be their mascot. Just hire him onto the department, honestly.
At that point, I mean, he can just be their official pipe inspector. You know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I have another wild article here. This is one of my new favorite things that I've ever seen. This article is coming from KGW8, or so KGW.com. It is a news site. This article is from Devin Haskins. And the title of it is, Columbia Sportswear Dares Flat Earthers to Find the Edge of the Earth in Viral Campaign. The Portland outdoor and sportswear brand taps nostalgia, humor, and a bit of mischief in its boldest campaign in years. I am going to play a tiny clip of this because they made a commercial basically daring them to send them pictures of the edge of the earth. So I'm going to play this clip real quick. Might help if I unmute the site. I muted it earlier because it kept auto-playing and scaring me. Oh, I really muted it. I muted it in multiple ways. I'm not even sure how I did that. Here we go.
I'm Tim Boyle. I'm the CEO here at Columbia Sportswear.
Arms crossed, no nonsense, with a message for flat earthers.
You guys claim there's an end to the earth? Well, just go snap a picture.
A tongue-in-cheek challenge for the flat earth conspiracy theorists.
This?
Just take a photo of the end of the earth.
This?
That's actually a rental.
And you win a prize.
Absolutely. You know, all you have to do is snap a photo of the end of the earth and we'll give you the company.
Well, it's not exactly the company you're thinking of.
Well, there is some fine print. The company is a group of assets that we have worth about $100,000, and the ownership is the company LLC.
Yeah. So as he just disclaimed, you can win the company with it, but the company is just the LLC. This campaign, they're calling it Expedition Impossible, a tongue-in-cheek challenge inviting anyone who still believes the planet is flat to go prove it. And honestly, I appreciate that. I think that is fantastic. I normally am like not about marketing and stuff like that because I think it's kind of gross, but this is awesome. Might as well use your marketing to teach people something. Because unfortunately, we're still having to in 2025.
Well, worst case scenario, it gets people outside.
Yeah.
And, doing some stuff, and
flat earthers are probably not people who go outside very often.
that might be what they're thinking, and this is going to get them out there.
His real challenge was, hey, flat earthers, go touch grass.
Yeah, basically.
This challenge launched with an open letter from CEO Tim Boyle in the New York Times and across Columbia's social channels. It's a playful jab at conspiracy culture, but also a reminder of what the brand says it does, making gear built for just about anything, including expeditions to imaginary planetary edges.
Awesome.
So the video, as it goes on, I didn't play the whole thing because it's 2.5 minutes long, but he basically says, well, if you're going to go to the edge of the earth, it's going to be cold. You're going to need some Columbia wear.
Great.
I also love this quote from him here. This is a message to flat earthers. I've seen your manifestos, admired your diagrams, watched you stand proudly on your, well, flat ground. So here's the deal. It's time to put your map where your mouth is. And that's what he wrote. And I think this is just great.
He is so funny.
Yeah.
I do love how they were talking about how like a lot of this also came just from where they were like, how do we promote our company when there's like so many businesses that are kind of like similar to ours? And apparently they were someone, I'm assuming it was Tim, was walking past the Flat Earth Society's like office based in London. And that's when he was like, wait a minute.
Oh my gosh. There's another quote from him here when they were talking about the legal fine print, because you have to be careful with that stuff.
Right.
He says, there was lots of late night discussions about whether or not we could pull it off, how we should talk about it. It took some convincing. It took some arm wrestling contests, and we won. I want to know what happened with the arm wrestling contest.
I want to know what happened there. Who are they arm wrestling?
The earth, the flat earth.
The earth.
All of the flat earthers at once.
Wow. That would break a world record. That has to be part of a Guinness.
Oh, yeah.
At FH
Oh no,
Steinbart
something else is auto-playing.
There's a lot of history here.
Yeah, very much so.
Is it still
Located
going?
on Southeast 12th
Somehow,
Avenue, it has
that site
what
is
homebrewers
now
need.
going again. Okay, I muted the site.
that's so
Somehow
weird.
something else is auto-playing on this site. KGW, get your autoplay under control here. I don't even know what was playing.
They're making sure you know.
Oh, it's another article because it's one of those like forever scrolling ones. Yeah, it's about a coffee shop closing, so that's not even related. Or beer brand.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, I think this is super cool. I didn't have any
funny.
thoughts on Columbia before this, but I love this now.
I do too. I think that's so much fun. Like I said, I think it's a neat idea. I also feel like it's something that like everyone could semi get behind as well, where they're like, I kind of want to see what crazy pictures people end up coming up with.
Oh, I'm sure they're
an
gonna get so
extent.
many AI pictures.
Yeah.
His
yeah,
quote,
that's kind of the part where I'm like,
yeah, his quote at the end is less fun. It says, "We just want to make sure, as it relates to flat earthers, we like them, so they have an idea or concept. That's fine. We want them to buy Columbia stuff too. They'll need it if they're going to go to the ends of the earth." Okay, I guess he has to say that, for reasons.
that is true. That is true. But no, his little commercial is very cute. It's very funny.
Yeah, it was very funny.
So.
We got 2 more articles to squeeze through real quick because we're getting close to the end of the hour.
Yeah.
Our next one is from Unexplained Mysteries, which we've had some on here before that they kind of butchered some of the research, but I don't know if they can butcher the research on this one. This one's from TK Randall, and it is Russia creates biodrone spy pigeons with computer chips.
I knew it. Birds aren't real.
Birds are not real. Or
Birds
they
are
are
not
real, but they are spies. A bizarre new experiment has seen entire flocks of pigeons fitted with remote-controlled computer chips. Oh, this is a new experiment at state-linked Moscow neurotechnology firm NERI. By implanting neural chips inside of the brains of pigeons, boffins have succeeded in creating flocks of birds that can be remotely controlled, thus enabling their flight routes to be directed from afar. Each bird is equipped with a tiny solar-powered backpack that tracks them and receives signals.
Oh no.
According to
I
the
don't like
firm,
this.
any bird can be potentially fitted with the same technology. This is wild. I
feel a little bit bad now because I don't know why when I thought they were talking about like remote control computer chips, it was not going to be like an implant in the bird. But now that it is, I'm like, oh,
well,
that's a little sad.
Is it implanted?
Yeah, that's what it implies.
Yeah.
Implanted neural chips.
Oh yeah,
inside the
neural. Yeah.
brains.
I was like, where did I read that?
Yeah.
They have a quote here that says, "For transporting heavier payloads, we plan to use ravens for coastal monitoring. Seagulls."
Real.
Oh, for heavier payloads, they're going to use ravens. For coastal monitoring, seagulls. And for large marine territories, albatrosses, said company founder Alexander Panov. This article does point out the implications of this are concerning, as larger birds could be equipped with small explosive payloads and potentially used to fly into and blow up enemy targets on the battlefield. This points out, as if regular drones weren't enough of a problem in Ukraine, imagine the difficulty in defending a position against flocks of explosive birds descending on you from the sky. Yeah, I've got a lot of questions about this. I don't think it's good to be messing with birds like this.
I just looked at this company's website because I was genuinely curious. I'm like, is this like actually a thing? And sure enough, on their homepage, there's this thing called Pathia and Elvis, and it's an omniscient rodent gamer channeling telepathy and baboon. Like, I don't know what half the stuff is. And then they have like these little gadgets where it's like headbands and headphones and like, I don't know. They do have like a neuro implants power telepathy. Lot control, infinite knowledge, and superpowers.
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening either. I'm so confused.
I don't know.
This is crazy.
Okay. Our last
group develops
article, I was like, we'll go ahead and get through our last one real quick since we're almost at the end of the hour. This one's from Popular Science, and it's what Bigfoot hunters get right and very wrong. This is from Andrew Paul. Bigfooters often, I've never seen it called Bigfooters, it's usually squatchers. Bigfooters often employ credible scientific methods in their searches. This article says, Bigfoot remains firmly in the realm of cryptozoology, along with the likes of the Loch Ness Monster. However, its pursuers often are not the stereotypical crackpots depicted across pop culture. According to two social scientists, they frequently rely on widely accepted reliable methods and tools to search for the elusive Sasquatch. This quote here says, they spend weekends, weeks, and even months in the field. This work is skillful behavior, as they need to detect, collect, and analyze the merest traces, remnants, and residues of the presence of the unknown to science animal, Cardiff University researcher Jamie Lewis said in a recent profile. Along with Sheffield University social scientist Andrew Bartlett, Lewis has spent more than 3 years conducting interviews with over 150 individuals for their recent book, Bigfooters and Scientific Inquiry on the Borderlands of Legitimate Science. Subjects included the aforementioned hunters, often referred to as Bigfooters. Again, I've always heard it squatchers. Television personalities, skeptics, and even the late primatologist Jane Goodall. Lewis and Bartlett now contend that while a small subsect of cryptozoologists subscribe to far-fetched extraterrestrial, interdimensional, or supernatural Bigfoot theories, the vast majority simply theorize a still undiscovered great ape may still roam regions such as the Pacific Northwest. I super appreciate this. One of the main reasons we haven't done a Bigfoot episode here is because there are a lot of people who believe some really wild things about Bigfoot that I don't think are true at all. There are so many people that are like, I've heard people say that Bigfoot's actually an angel, or like Bigfoot is, Cain roaming the earth. And I'm like, it is way more likely that it is an undiscovered great ape.
Right.
So
it is true.
I
as much
appreciate
as
them saying that.
I enjoy the discourse.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's fun.
That, for sure. It's fun. I can see where they could potentially get that idea, but
it's fun, but I don't want to be spreading misinformation.
A little too heavy.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're leaning a little too heavy, and it is nice to see that they are bringing that up. Yeah, for sure.
Next week's episode after this one, we're going to have on Kelly Curtis, who is a parapsychologist who is about to get her PhD.
Yay.
And I'm really excited about that because she is heavy about talking about, like the science of, these sort of things. And so I really appreciate that. I love cryptozoology. I think it's super fun, but I always want it to be rooted in science and not just like, well, it's this way because I say so, because believe this, whatever.
Right.
So.
Right. Well, and that's kind of like the point of it. It's the mystery behind it is that it is something unknown yet.
Yeah.
But there is still that like element of like a scientific almost truth behind that.
Yeah.
Like it is a plausible thing, It
is unknown for now.
It is unknown for now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's perfect timing because we just hit the top of the hour. So we got through all our weird news and we're going to go ahead and sign off for the night. So good night.
And good luck.
You are listening to Radio Artifact on 1660 AM in Northside and 91.7 FM HD2WVXU in Cincinnati.